Hi there, this is Mike from Underwater Macro HowTo, and today I'm going through one of the questions that I get asked quite a bit, and that is, can you use a GoPro to do underwater macro? And honestly, I'm an IT security guy during the day, so the answer always is it depends. And by it depends, let's say there are two key problems that you have to deal with when you use a GoPro. And the first one is standoff distance and magnification. And the second one is lighting. Okay? Once you satisfy those two problems, then you can go take macro with your GoPro. Okay? It's not perfect. There are some flaws to it, or just some things that aren't nice. Like you can't control your focus really. Your screen is so small you can't tell if you're in focus. But let's deal with the problems that we can solve. Okay? The first one, this is just the housing for a GoPro, and I added something on it. So this is called a Flip from Backscatter. So you see the logo there. This is, what does it say? This is a Flip 5. And the Flip 5 is just this bracket. See, the bracket opens up and it just has the screw here. So you put it around the optic there, or the port, and then you just screw it. You just tighten the screw here, and now it's seated on that housing. And what it does is it gives you two different things. If I can pop this out. It gives you two different things that flip out. So like this, see that? That's a little moving carriage that spins around, and it has these two screws here. So you can put different filters on here, and the whole idea, like I have here, you've got a red one. The red one will take you 20 to 50 feet, and so as you're filming, you don't have to worry about, or shooting, you don't have to worry about the white balance in the camera, because the filter does it all for you. Well, the newer GoPros are pretty good at doing white balance underwater. Anything from about the Hero 5, Hero 6, and later does pretty good white balance underwater, as far as I'm concerned. So you don't really need these red filters anymore. I don't know. I probably wouldn't use them, and I just correct in post-processing, but that's me, right? But what it does allow you to do is it allows you to add a ring. Now in this case, I've added a 55 millimeter ring, okay? And it just like the other, just like the filter, it just screws on here, and then it works and gives you a 55 millimeter screw ring, and you can screw this thing in. Okay? Now this thing is I'll flip it around so you can see it. It is a MacroMate Mini 55 millimeter. So you screw that on, okay? And then that flips out of the way. Okay? You can go take normal shots. You can even flip your filter down. It flips in. Okay? You gotta give it a little flip to get it in there. Okay? But now what that does is it magnifies a little bit. But what it really does is it changes the optics to bring that minimum focus distance in closer. And in this case, it's about 7 centimeters. So it's about that far away. So as long as you are within that 7 centimeters, then your subject will be in focus. Okay? Anything beyond that distance, and it'll be completely blurry. Right? So that you got to understand that. Otherwise, you're going to think that it's broken and take it back to the store. Okay? The second thing that you can do is this. This is it's a filter. It's a 55 millimeter ring, and it has kind of a glass dome to it. This is right here. It is a Close Up +10 filter. Okay, so if you screw that on, okay, and that just screws on. It just, it screws on just like a camera lens filter. That gives you an extra bit of magnification for something in the macro to super macro range, right? So say in between 20 millimeters and 5 millimeters. It gives you good enough magnification, good enough focus that you can take pictures with it. Okay, but it comes with a downside, which is that the whole flip system is relatively expensive for what you get. You can buy a compact camera that does real macro for about the same price as this setup. If you already have a GoPro, it works. You can use the same unit for everything. If you want to upgrade your GoPro to a compact, you can do that. Okay? The second problem you have to deal with is lighting. And for that, I have this guy. Okay, now this also is by Backscatter. You can see the logo there. But this is just some of this, what is it? Lock line. So this just, they're just little balls that clip into each other and they can move around. So you can move it around. Comes with a torch and the usual GoPro mount here. So you stick your GoPro in, and then you can adjust your light however you want. You can have it pointed down, you can have it pointed forward, really whatever you want to do, and you solve that lighting problem. You can even do one-handed filming, so you just have the light pointed forward, and you can light up an area while you're taking video. Even without macro, you can do that. Okay. If you're doing macro though, usually, and taking individual pictures, usually you want to hang on to your camera so that way you can work the shutter button and you can move your camera in closer and take your photos. Okay? But that's a GoPro, and that's how you use your GoPro for macro.